Welcome back. All right, so time to welcome my partner on the Friday edition of the Month of Breakfast properly. Hello. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
You know, Tomisin, you're a special breed. Sincerely speaking.
What? I'm a normal person.
I thank God for your life.
Thank God for yours. But really, I really feel for what you had to go through this morning. But I go through it from time to time. So for people who don't like traffic, and I know that your biggest stressor is traffic.
I'm telling you.
So your eyes are being red this morning. So I'm having a good laugh. Inside of me, I'm actually laughing because I know it's one of your stressors. You really do detest traffic. Traffic just tells Dr. Precious, get out of Nigeria, get out of Nigeria, get out of Nigeria.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to leave.
I know. But it feels really that way with you, and I know it. So when I laugh, it's because, oh man, it's having a full-blown enjoyment of the Nigerian climate. That's good. Good to know, good to hear that you're finally one of us, completely one of us. You spend like 5 hours in traffic, and we indoctrinate you into becoming part of us. You get used to it by force.
Tomisin, you know what I'm gonna say is thank you very much
for
sympathizing with me.
I cannot sympathize with you in any way. I actually am glad.
Are you happy?
I said I'm glad you are being indoctrinated into our folk.
So you are rejoicing at my peril right now.
It's not your peril. You are here with me. There's no peril.
Okay.
There's no peril.
Okay, no problem.
But let's talk serious business. We're talking yesterday. We're talking about 5 questions you must ask yourself.
In 2021.
In 2021. While I did the IGTV video, it just occurred to me that what started was I just had to ask myself, why would anybody say black is not beautiful? Why would it was practically like I was like this and while you're looking at your screen, you're typing something, and then my screen reflected my face back to me, and I'm like, baby girl, you look like cream, you look like butter, you look like brown butter. So I'm like, wonderful, God made Africans so beautiful, so why are we confused about who we are? And I began to ask myself that question. I had a full-blown 30 minutes conversation with myself, and I said, okay, let me just go online and just share a little bit of my thoughts. People with identity crisis are going to have very serious issues dealing with the challenges that will come from now henceforth. Because truthfully, I don't think it's going to let down. I don't think things are going to get better. I think we just have to get tougher.
We're just trying to be optimistic.
No, I think we have to get tougher. I think we need to get tougher. Because the situation, take a look at it. A 5-year-old child is able to do so much things. My son at 1 was operating my iPad without help. I put down my pad. My son knows, he carries it. He could not talk, but he knows where to go to. He opens it, Mama, and unlock. And then the shocking part? I unlocked it once in front of my 1-year-old, and he started unlocking my tab. And the way it is.
I was shocked.
And I'm like, where do they bring these kids from these days? Do they manufacture them separately and then God just gives them to us?
The truth is this: time has changed.
True.
And the more we evolve, the more
so you now get me. The challenges are going to evolve as well with the time.
True.
And definitely human has to evolve with the challenges and with the time as well.
True.
So when you said questions that we have to answer this year, some of those questions will start with, who are you? For me, that should be your first question. Who are you? If you're able to affirm your identity, every other thing should be easy for you to do.
Very true. I saw a picture of good morning, our beautiful viewers this morning. I'm excited to be with you. I saw a picture of a young girl that left the village black, and she came back to the village all bleached up, all white. And guess what? The youths of the village, they bundled her and said, come with us, come and explain to the king how you left here black and came back white. It's a function of misplaced priority and identity for you to be inconvenient with what you look like. Your identity is so, and you're very correct. 5 questions you need to answer in 2021 for your destiny to advance, for your destiny to move forward. Number 1 is, who are you? Your identity. You need to be sure. You can't know so much about every other thing and not know so much about yourself. It's penny wise, pound foolish. Number 2 is, where am I from? Talking about your heritage. If you don't know where you're coming from, you may not know where you're going to. An understanding of eternity is what helps you pass through destiny without strife. You understand that you are coming from somewhere. You are not a biological mistake. You know, I tell people there are illegitimate parents, but there are no illegitimate children. So you can't tell me this child I gave birth to her by accidental discharge, by mistake. There's a purpose for that child. You may have made a mistake by doing it with a man, but that child has got a purpose. So you must strive to understand your heritage. And it's so deep. Number 3, why am I here? And why am I here talks about your purpose. You see, I usually say something. There are 2 most important days in the life of a person: the day you were born and the day you discover why. And like I said the other time, the day you die is not important because you don't know that you have died.
As a matter of fact, you know, God bless you too, boy. One fantastic young man I had a conversation here with on Monday said to me that from the moment a child is born, he's already moving towards death.
True.
So every single step, every single day that you live is a confirmation that you are going to die soon.
It's the factors of characteristic of living things. As long as you are a living thing, death is part of it. Now, I tell people who ask questions about rapture, I tell them, if Jesus does not come, you may go.
As a matter of fact, rapture also should involve, should encapsulate the concept of death. Because for believers who are dead,
the rapture will.
You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
It's none of our business. When you see them in heaven, you can ask them every other thing.
And then Tomisin, hear this. The greatest tragedy in life is not death. It's actually a life without purpose.
No, a life without purpose.
A life without purpose. A life lived without purpose. Because honestly speaking, what brings out the beauty of a person is him functioning in his purpose. A ship will not be beautiful when it's parked outside the TV station.
Only one person.
Only when it's in water.
Built ship on land. Only one person, and it even had a purpose.
It was under instruction. Noah
built a ship on land, but even that ship was for a purpose.
Yeah, and
the water was coming.
The water actually came. That's what I wanted to say. You're on track. And you see, it's important we understand that every great destiny is a product of great calculations.
Well, let me ask you.
Talking about purpose.
When you talk about great destiny,
okay,
does everybody have a great destiny? Or is a great destiny limited to some part?
No, the greatness of your destiny is in your purpose. The problem is the discovery of purpose. And listen to this, Tomisin. That's why I said life without a bearing will graduate into a burden. A life without purpose will make you exist like a pimples. You know what pimples does to the face?
Makes your face scruffy.
A life without a goal will make you exist as a goat. And a life without focus will make you live like a locust. So you get to a point where...
Could you take that again?
Okay, I'll take it again. A life without bearing will graduate into a burden.
Definitely.
A life without purpose will make you live like a pimples. You see, when pimples is on the face, you see the pain it brings. You just go through pain in life and you don't understand. That's why you're asking about great destiny now. The people who have not discovered their purpose cannot understand what it means to have a great destiny. Why? Because they are not functioning in their purpose. Your stardom is in your purpose. Your greatness is in your purpose. Your fulfillment is in your purpose.
Because
so if you live without a goal, you end up as a goat. You just exist like a goat. A man without focus ends up like a locust. And hear this: if you exist without an assignment for your life, you'll be like one in an asylum. So that's why we need to take cognizance of our purpose. Your beauty comes out in your purpose.
you know one thing, do you know why I asked that question? I had to ask you because I've heard people make some erroneous statements like only few people in this world can be great purposes. And I do know, and we keep saying God is impartial. We keep saying God is just. And I'm asking myself the question, if God is then just, why did God give some people purpose and some people not?
Everyone has got a purpose.
Good. Which means everyone's purpose could be great.
Everyone's purpose is actually great, but the discovery.
So a lot of people, now imagine a life where you have 5 children and every other person in your family has 5 each. And every single child in that family of say 5 kids or 5 each, 20, fulfills their purpose. So 25 people functioning in their purpose in different areas. And then with their own parents, father and mother, functioning in their purpose in different areas. You're talking about 35 people affecting generations.
True.
Imagine you unleash 35 people into a place of 100.
Wow.
Just imagine what will happen, the exponential effect. Just imagine it.
True.
So when we find it difficult to navigate through life, it's because majority of the people on both sides are not fulfilling their purpose. Like
Very true, Tomisin.
So you will be a stranger in the midst of a lot of people.
Very true.
So you're working towards purpose. Every other person is living life.
You're correct.
They're living every morning.
And Tomisin, do you know, this is my problem with African universities, and I'm about to say it right now. Can we break the table?
Please do.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
apply to study microbiology, and they give you SLT, science and lab tech. Or you apply to study English, they give you Yoruba education. They take you far from your dream, and then you don't know what else to do. You just have to study it. Maybe there's something you want to do, that's why you chose that course, because it's your purpose. You want to fulfill it, and then they navigate you
Away from it.
So we have.
So you know what you do? You do what I did. I wrote 4 jobs. I actually wrote 5. Yeah.
You wrote 5 jobs.
Yeah.
So if I click JAM website now, see your face.
I'm telling you, I wrote 5 different JAM examinations.
kidding me?
I got 5 different admission letters in my house.
Wow.
So by the time I was 17, I had an admission letter from Madonna University. By the time I was 18, I was 18. No, I was 17. I was 17. Then when I was 18, I had an admission letter from OSU,
Olabisi Onabanjo University,
which was Ogun State University. And I had another one the following year from OSU and from OSUA,
Wow.
Akumbakoko University. But I needed to understand, I needed my parents to understand that for me, it was more of the school versus the course. I wasn't willing and I was not ready to compromise. So imagine I had my WAEC result at 16 and I got into the university at 20. So you see, the 4 years in the middle, I spent it writing JAM until OAU gave me admission. I was specific. I told my parents, I'm not going to any other school. My father told me, you will graduate. By the time your mates are graduating, you will be. And the truth was, by the time I was in final year, one of my mates who had written JAM when I wrote the first one was already a branch manager in GT Bank. Funny story, right?
See, let me tell you something, Tomisin.
But I insisted.
Your story just made me to remember something. There are classmates in school, but there are no classmates in life.
True.
If you moved at the pace of that person, you'll be filled with regrets. And don't forget the Chinese proverbs that says, before the age of 40, do not fear. After the age of 40, do not regret. Okay.
So imagine that kind of a situation. Now, parents around will say, oh my, brilliant now.